Academics at the City University of New York have called for all charges to be dropped against 6 students arrested on Tuesday. They were protesting after former CIA chief David Petraeus was given a teaching position at the school. Video footage has emerged showing police using heavy-handed tactics while detaining the protesters. RT Marina Portnaya reports.
Four-star general and former CIA director David Petraeus recently began his new career here in the Big Apple as adjunct professor for the New York City public university known as CUNY. But his attendance has been met with broad criticism from students, faculty, and staff members who say they don't want their college to host the man who oversaw wars, drone strikes, and alleged torture tactics in the Middle East. Now, for the past few weeks, this anti-Professor Petraeus movement has been gaining traction. But recently, activists tell me that their campaign has been met with heavy-handed tactics from the New York City Police Department. Now, earlier this week, about 75 people were marching right around here, across the street from that building where Professor Petraeus was allegedly attending a fundraiser. And that's when a fight broke out between New York City police officers and protesters. Cops were videotaped trying to barricade the activists, who then spilled out onto the streets. Witnesses say students were punched, slammed against vehicles, and onto the pavement by the cops. Eventually, 6 people were arrested and have been charged with obstruction of governmental administration, riot, resisting arrest, and disorderly conduct. 24-year-old Denise Ford is among the 6 CUNY students that were arrested during the protest and spent 28 hours in police custody. She joins me now to talk about her experience. Denise, tell me what led to your arrest.
I believe that some of us were already pre-targeted. Like, the police already know who they were going to arrest. And then, they pushed us into the streets, and it just started from there, where they grabbed one of my comrades, about 7 to 15 cops, slammed his head against the car, and were just all on top of him. So then I ran to try to help him out, and within the process, I ended up falling in between 2 cars to the back of my head. Then I proceeded to get up, and then when I looked to the back of me, there's another about 7 to 20 cops on top of my other comrade, Luis, in which I witnessed they picked up his shirt, and a plainclothes officer just take 2 to 5 blows to his kidneys. And then the cop just came and grabbed me, pulled me back, and then just cuffed me. I believe this was also an intimidation tactic used by the NYPD.
Why is it that so many people are so unhappy with his new position as visiting professor?
What he represents is what we're against. It's not his character, it's what he represents. Imperialism, capitalism, war, misogynistic ways.
Dozens of academics have signed on to a petition calling for all charges against the 6 CUNY students to be dropped. In the interim, according to reports, a growing number of staff and faculty members are also calling on America's former intelligence chief to resign from his position as visiting professor. Reporting from New York, Marina Portnaya, RT.